What up, Alpha Team? It's DJ AlphaTyler, and we are back again with another episode of Around the Music. Y'all know Around the Music. That's where we pull on some artists. We talk to them about music. We talk about other things outside the music, all those things. And we got Brabo Gator on the channel with us today. If you guys don't know Brabo Gator, he's an independent artist. He's been doing that country rap thing for a minute, rocking with Mako music. Let me see if I can't let Kentucky slip into my accent for a second. Rocking with Mako music. He's signed a ton of dope artists y'all been watching us rock with for a long time, from Savannah Dexter, Hard Target, on through FJ Outlaw. Hard Target was the most recent, so I guess I probably should have said him last. But tons of artists we've been rocking with for a minute. Glad to have him on. And before we get into it, you know, a couple of people that hang out in the Discord and stuff, y'all already know I plan on saying this. Because if you guys been watching for a minute, y'all know like some bullshit and everything. Some people are going to try to probably make a problem. Just understand, man, we ain't here to be about some petty bullshit, okay? And that's what I'm saying. I don't care if you're a Brabo fan in the comments. I don't care if you're somebody from my community in the comments. I don't care where you're coming from. We're not here to linger on dumb bullshit. Straight up.
Agreed.
And so, 100%, because like, I don't know about you, like they too much bullshit going on in the world right now anyway. Like I ain't trying to bring some more of it into a conversation, especially, you know, with somebody that I've had good relationships with the past few times we talked. You know what I'm saying?
I think the biggest thing is, bro, this should be an example for people. This is how you turn negative into positive. There really shouldn't have been no negative to begin with. If I came at you sideways, I apologize.
Yeah, and I apologize.
So it's all good, bro.
And I apologize too for anything along the way, for the record, because like I mean, but you got to be man enough, and that's the thing. Like he just said, sometimes it's about setting that example. It's about being man enough to reach out and say, you know what, we need to talk one on one. I'm sorry for the shit that got us here. You know what I mean?
A lot of times, it's people will get along perfectly fine, and then, bro, 10 seconds shouldn't ruin something that could be a lifelong friendship for all you know. You know?
Absolutely, absolutely. Look at that. Look at that. They already picking up on it. Two classy men bringing some awesome content. Look at that.
Now that we're dating.
Classy as fuck. You want to hold hands next time? Yeah, but so anyway, this is an interview. We did want to talk about a little bit of stuff. And so the first thing, because I think when I first got introduced to Brabo, when I first got introduced to your music, you know, people were a little bit, huh?
You were 7.
No, I don't think I was that. You ain't that old. How old are you?
35 now.
Oh, you're only 5 years older than me, man. Well, 4, I guess. Did you just turn 35 this year?
Yeah.
All right, you 4 years older than me. Come on now. So how'd you get involved in music? That's one of the big questions that I want to ask, because you've been doing it for a long time now. Like what was the push to kind of get you pulled into music? Where I know a lot of people starting school and stuff.
Yeah, it goes back to like 6th grade, man. Like even back then, bro, I didn't have a lot of friends, so I was that kid. So I always looked at. I mean, at that point, you had like Source magazines, like different magazines that people had. Yeah. XXL. So you're looking through that, you're like, man, these people have the most amount of friends. Like, that's what you're thinking as a 6th grader. I'm going, that's what I want to do. That's what I got to do. And I was just drawn to it for that aspect of it, just wanting the love out of it, you know.
Yeah.
And since then, bro, I mean, I think I was a 6th grade type in contracts, like, hey, you're gonna be part of my record label, but in return, you gotta be my friend. You know? Like literally, that's like the worst story, but it's the truth. And then over time, I couldn't do music. Even going into 7th, 8th grade at that time, I couldn't do music. Going into 9th grade, I couldn't do music. Like I knew how to orchestrate it, but I didn't possess the talent to actually record. So I'd have other people record. You know, I put stuff in motion, and you know, kind of like the label aspect of it on a very amateur level. But finally, I think I had everybody give up on me one day. It's like, we're going somewhere else, whatever. Yeah. And I taught myself how to do everything, and then slowly started building. But I grew to love it. It's just music I've had music a part of my life for 80% of my life. It's a part of me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I 100% get that. I started playing the drums. Well, I started playing the bass in the 6th grade, I guess. That was the first thing I picked up. Realized I hated playing the bass, because that thing is just huge and awkward anyway. And so I started playing the drums right after that, and it was kind of interesting. I could play the bass, I could play the drums, and it was like you can fit into a band anywhere because those are the two things nobody wants to play. And so it's kind of the same thing. But we used to do like the little promos and everything, like, oh, we got this dope band, and we're putting this, we're putting our label together, and someday I'm gonna have a recording studio like right here, and we're gonna set it all up. You know what I mean? And
Right.
so we took kind of that same thing. So I do really get, trying to have kind of that feeling, not necessarily because I know you're mostly joking about I didn't have friends, I was trying to get friends in there, but like I do get that feeling of like music pulls people together, man. When you say you're in a band, when you say that you're rapping, whatever the case may be, like it pulls you into a community.
I think back then when I was young, like 6th grade, I loved the hobby of music.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I'd say 11th, 12th grade till I loved the effects of music.
Yeah.
You do one song and it touches one person. So people say, you can have artists that have platinum plaques hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
What's worth more, that platinum plaque or being able to do music to save one life? That life is more valuable. So once you realize the effects that music can have for people, you develop a whole other, then you're addicted. It's a whole other love for it. Then it's part of you forever.
Well, in my mind, that's when you get on the point of like, are you making music that matters, or are you making music that sells? You know what I mean? Like, because
that's another thing. Because then sometimes you got to make music that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
In order to draw attention to music that does.
Yeah.
So it's a chicken and the egg.
Yeah, and that's 100%. I mean, I get that too. I mean, you got to market. It's like everybody wants to talk about, to use a trendy name right now, Tom McDonald. People want to talk about Tom McDonald like he writes the same song over and over. He knows how to market though. Yeah. He's writing that thing out there. Yeah, he said it 1,000 times, but that's what people are still latching on,
The scariest thing, Bubba, is the most talented, or growing up, I'll say this, the most talented artists I knew were the people that nobody else did.
Oh yeah.
That's scary.
Bro, it's still that way. It's still that way. When you look at like these rappers that are on YouTube and stuff, you look at the real underground on YouTube. In my mind, there is so much talent on YouTube that gets 200-300 views that will never be seen way out there. That is so much better than what's getting bumped, what's getting thrown out. Because like these club bangers, that's bullshit. You add 30 layers of vocals on your stuff, auto tune about 10 of them, and then throw it out there, and it just sounds like trash. But then you got these dudes on YouTube that are making like real shit, like like Hard Target. Like speaking of Mako artists, like Hard Target is one. I feel like Hard Target is criminally slept on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, Bo. I agree.
And I was thinking, because another guy, I've had him on the interview. I've done a lot of reactions to him and stuff. I don't know if you've ever heard of Big Buzz. I know he's pretty tight with Hard Target. You know the name I'm talking about?
I met him for the first time. Probably a couple months ago. We went up there for his video shoot. The Lax were up there.
I just remembered you were in that video. Yeah, so you have met him. Yeah. There you go. Okay. But yeah, he slept on like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like the dude's super talented. But okay. So what do you consider, like how do you consider, where do you consider yourself in rap right now? Because when I first started hearing about you, it was well, he's retired, but then you started doing some features here and there, and I'm like, okay, well, hang on. So he's not retired, he's popping in and out, and then like you're actively managing these artists and stuff like that. So where do you consider yourself in rap? Like, what do you think your status is right now?
I would say when it comes to like Mako artists, on the back burner. That's where I should be. It's hard to be an artist and develop other artists. Develop's not the best word, but to get them where they need to be at, I guess. I'm not retired from music. It's just I would be doing an injustice to focus on my music when I'm promising them growth in their music. So my heart's still there. So you'll see me jump in there and do something real quick and jump back out. So my heart's not retired, but I am.
So your priority's on the artist right now. I mean, and that's 100%. That's 100%. I mean, you run a label because you got producers and everything. Like y'all just ain't doing promotion and stuff. Like y'all doing everything in house, right?
No, bro. We have a payroll. I mean, it's a legit company. I mean, it's as legit as you can get. We have a building with a studio in it. Yeah. We have film teams. I mean, just everybody just comes together. It's a legit label because how it is. People are like, I got a label. You might have an LLC. Yeah, you got a name. You got a name you put on stuff is what you got. I get that.
I got a name I put on stuff like AlphaTyler's an LLC, but I ain't saying like I ain't a label. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I understand, but it's sometimes it takes two people to get your business running to where it needs to be at. Here, you got about 10, 12 different people involved. Like I said, you got video guys, you have A&Rs, you have presidents, you have vice presidents. It's literally a fully functioning business. But that's why it's succeeding to the extent it is, because there's people to facilitate whatever people need.
Yeah.
Know?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel you 100%, man. Like, and you, so you built all that from the ground up too. Like, you built that all pretty much by yourself, starting in the 6th grade with scribbling a label to actually like fleshing it out.
No, I built it by failing at every other fucking time I tried to do it. That's how you learn how to do it right.
Yeah.
Because music, bro, you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars failing before you realize, you spend $20 on winning.
Yeah.
So I would say it's the team, bro. The team built it. It's not just me.
Yeah. Nah, 100%, man. So, because I know, how many artists are actually signed to Mako right now?
43.
43? God bless.
No, 3.
Okay. I was about to say, man. So that's FJ Sav.
We have, let's see. I'd say artists that y'all know about, or just all together?
I would say all together. I mean, like. Because I know FJ Hard Target, I know Sav, and you said 3, so I'm guessing you don't consider yourself an active Mako artist.
Correct. Then we have Tonio. He's an artist as well, but he just it's different from the country rap world.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Tonio Skits is?
I've never heard of Tonio.
You see his face, you'll know him. I think he's got a couple million on Instagram, but he was on Wild 'N Out and did all that stuff.
Okay.
He's got stuff with like Kevin Hart and stuff, but he's on there, and that's really those 4, and then. We have a 17-year-old kid named Connor. We're still developing, but we haven't really brought him out yet. Okay. But he's got some phenomenal music and rap, sing, and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, I just Googled Tonio Skits too. I do know that guy, so yeah, I got you. Okay, well that's cool.
So video out with him. Remember Justina Valentine?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know
those two together. It was a great guy.
Okay, so those are active artists then? Correct.
With Tony knows what we did is we're trying to figure out the algorithm of basically how his social media, as a social media, what's the word for it?
Influencer.
Influencer. That's the exact word for it. You killed it. As an influencer, how that relates over to music. So we put a video out just to gather stats, and now the album's already been done. The album's been done for 3 months now, and then now we're gonna start pushing that aspect of it.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Like, because like I said, I knew FJ, I knew Hard Target, I knew Sav, I knew you were involved. I wasn't sure like how you considered yourself on that roster, but like, okay, that's pretty.
I'm the runt.
You're the what?
The runt.
The runt. Just getting all the shit then.
I'm the least priority. Yes, absolutely.
I feel that. So how did you because like, so you're from Florida. All the artists you've got signed aren't from Florida, though.
I'm from Nashville. I'm from Antioch.
Oh, you're from Nashville. Oh, you my neighbor then. Yeah, how'd you end up getting down to Florida then?
Bro, when I was it's a stupid story again. When I was younger, sometime I was like 3, bro, or 4. We come out of Florida, like a family vacation to Florida. And my dad loved Florida. That's where he always wanted to move. Yeah. And he passed away in 2009. So I think a part of me wanted to move here to fulfill his dream, I guess. And then I'm in Florida. Yeah. Literally, that's the truth of it, you know. But I love it here too, man. But Nashville's always home.
Okay. Right on. So Heather asked, I guess going back to what we were talking about a second ago, she asked, what happened to Joe Nestor? I thought he signed to Mako when I found out he was still independent. Was Joe Nestor ever part of Mako?
He was. What Nestor wanted to do, and that's a buddy of mine, we wanted to make his music more commercial.
Yeah. And
spiritually, he wanted to do more music that's recovery based, like rehab, rehabilitation, like there was a recovery music is what he calls it. I don't know if that's the right word for it. He wanted to do recovery music, go to different facilities and do stuff like that. And he had an opportunity that was presented to where he was allowed to do, he could do that. Okay. So we just, here, go. I'm here for you if you need me, whatever. But if that's your goal and that's your dream, I want to see you happy. That's all that was.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, and again, too, I think a lot of people think just because you spread paths, go separate ways, like they think it's got to be in negative spirit a lot of times. No, but I mean,
not at all. That's where his heart was. That's where his heart was. That's where what made him happy.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I think people don't see sometimes. I mean, we gonna be better off apart. Like we both, we're going in different directions, and sometimes you go in that direction, me going this way. We're both gonna find more success. Success. God bless. I can't talk. We're both gonna find more success where we end up than if we just try to force it to work together. So I get that. I respect that.
No, he's very talented. He's a great guy.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see. Brabo, one of the OGs, used to rock with Worm. Now, who's Worm? Who's Worm?
Worm's an artist from Nashville. He passed away probably about a month ago now.
Okay.
He's another one of the pioneers that put Nashville music on the map. Because like me and Jelly grew up together. Worm, Lex, everybody that's in that little circle of national rappers, we all grew up together. Yeah. And Worm was one of those other pillars that was always there, that's responsible for that growth. Sadly he passed away. Rest in peace to Worm.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't heard of his music. I'll probably have to put him on my list to check out at some point, just to
for sure,
just to hear some of that. So that's where the connection with Jelly comes from then, because I've seen a lot of pictures like you put on social media of you and Jelly together. I was always wondering like how you guys got connected and stuff. Okay.
No, bro, we've been best friends since we were 14.
Oh yeah, really?
Literally.
God bless, man. It goes back for a minute.
For sure.
I can't say a ton about that because I've still got the same best friends that I had when I was 14 too. So like, I mean, sometimes it's just easier to stick with the people you trust. You know what I'm saying? Like new people come, but that don't necessarily make them better.
I say that about people. If you meet somebody and all the people they have around them is new people, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens to any relationship you've ever had in your life?
Exactly. I mean, if you ain't got anybody still sticking around, there's probably a problem somewhere, and it's probably in you. Let's see. I saw Charlie Giss shouted out Central Florida a second ago. I'm trying to make sure, like it's hard to always catch every question that pops up in the chat, but I am trying to make sure that if you guys are asking questions, I'll highlight Tater real quick. Tater's just here for the weed, but okay. Triple T says R.I.P. Big Worm. Yep. Let's see.
What up, Triple T?
What up? Let's see. This track still my hero with Jelly. Let's see. All right, so I think I got everything to shout out in there. Let's get back to my questions then. All right, let's see. We talked about. So, what is the name Mako Music? Because I'm gonna tell you too. Going back to the '90s, like I was kind of a nerd. I played the Final Fantasy games and everything. I remember what Mako was in the Final Fantasy games, but like, where does the name Mako Music? Like, where does that come from? What does that kind of mean to you?
I was trying to think of a label name. We knew what the movement was gonna be, and then me and my buddy Marshall was sitting there, and I'm like, "What should the label be called?" And I looked over there, and there was a boat there, and it said Mako on it.
Like just like that?
Pretty much.
Legit?
No, it's yes, and then more to it. I mean, you can see, but you're putting more to it. But it just fits. Sometimes when you hear something, it's like, that's it. It just makes sense. But that's how it came about. I can tell you my artist keep ownership. That's what Mako stands for. And we looked at a boat, and it said Mako on it.
That's pretty cool. So your artists do actually keep all the rights to all their own music and everything like that?
The artists, bro, the deals that we have over here are very artist friendly. It's very even across the board. Like we're probably the only label that exists that does not do a recoup.
Yeah.
I don't believe in recoups. I've been an artist, so I know what makes sense.
So y'all spend on promotion. So you guys don't even make back what you put into like promotion and stuff?
Hopefully we will. Yeah, but say I sign AlphaTyler tomorrow, right? Yeah. And we all get together and say, hey, it's going to take $40,000 to get him to where he needs to be at.
Right.
Okay. If I put $40,000 up and you put your first album out, in a typical label situation, what they do is a 50-50 net deal. Right. So after recoup. So once I get my, say $50,000 for number's sake, once I get my $50,000 back, after that, what's 50%? That $50,000 first comes from your 50%.
Yeah.
So when $100,000 gets made, we're even, and then now we split 50-50. That's how a typical label contract is.
Yeah.
I don't like that aspect because if I believe in you as an artist, think about it. Even like a Savannah situation. Savannah started buzzing in July, starting 1st of August.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have got paid till a month ago.
Yeah.
How do you expect an artist to be on the rise and not getting any money?
Exactly.
So we took the recoup situation out of it. So if I put 50 grand in it, we're going to do 4 or 5 albums together and I'll get that money back off that part. But the artist, when $1 comes in, they get a percentage of $1.
Okay.
Don't worry about paying the money back. Let's go.
So you're saying you're not worried about it up front. You're just going to get yours out of what they're.
I want the artist to see money from $1.
Yeah.
I've been an artist. I'm in it, bro. I got 15 albums, or not shit. I'm lying. Probably 12 albums out, right?
Yeah.
You know how many of them I own?
Probably none. From how it sounded, yeah.
None of them. And I had to live with that for a lot of years.
Yeah.
You know, with a distribution company, they offer you this. They put you in bad situations, and you end up signing stuff.
Yeah.
So I learned from that. I never wanted an artist to go through what I went through.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's where I think a lot of these independent labels are really coming up from is like, it's even a situation like this, you know what I mean? Like mainstream artists ain't coming on a channel like this and doing an interview and sitting and talking about it. They're damn sure like the guys heading the labels and everything are not coming on a channel like this and doing an interview and talking about stuff. Huh?
They should.
Well, they should, because I think that's where people are shifting to these days. Is people come to YouTube wanting to see. Okay, I mean, how many times have you gone in on YouTube saying, "Okay, what can I find out about this new artist I heard?" You know, type in so and so interview. You know, and then you don't find shit because all their stuff is locked behind so many walls, or it's on this website or that website. You got to go out and search everything. YouTube's bigger than Google now. You know, like it is. Let's see.
And it's bringing the knowledge to people that are about to go into situations like that. Like, there's a lot of labels that will do. I mean, there's a lot of terminology that can fuck you as an artist, bro.
Yeah.
You can go a 50-50 net deal. I'm getting 50% of the money. If that label puts in 10 grand, you're not seeing a penny. That 10 grand comes out of your 50%.
Yeah.
Not out of the 100, not the first 10 grand made.
Right.
And then on top of that, they have a distribution fee for it. We don't have one, but they'll have a distribution fee for it. That distribution fee might be 50%. That the label gets before any money's split. So now is it a 50-50 deal? It just looks good on paper. It's just not, you know, it's not the right deal.
It looks good on paper and it makes somebody rich off of somebody else's talent is what it comes down to.
Correct. It's not fair.
That's where I fell with last year. I can't remember his name. Morgan Wallen, that guy. That's where I fell with. I was like, when all that happened, I was almost like, did dude just do it to get out of the record deal? Because honestly, like we know that people are getting fucked once you get your name out there, really, because that's all a record deal has for you right now is getting your name out there. Yeah. You know, with a major label. Like, is dude just trying to get out of stuff? Like,
I think the whole with the racial stuff or whatever he did.
Yeah. I
think that was a label ploy, if you ask me.
You think so?
Absolutely, bro. A Ring camera picked up this man talking from across the street. And now his albums are all number 1 through number 7. That's a label pull, bro. It's not real life. I don't think it is. Maybe I'm wrong, but when I look at it, if it wasn't, it worked out perfectly.
The thing, I don't know how it benefited the label. I think it worked out better for him than it worked for
the sales skyrocketed. Streaming skyrocketed.
You're right.
You got a controversial artist who's at a brink of breaking. It was not him going down. Yeah. You add more controversy to it, it goes up. Almost like the Tupac effect. He was already in trouble, and now he gets in more trouble. And he's out. I mean, it's bro, labels, that's marketing.
When he became super popular off of it, like you said, I mean, he did start trending right away. So they made theirs off of sales. Because I was thinking about the performance side. I was thinking, okay, now like he's going around, everybody wants to go see him, everybody wants to book him for something. Like he's still making something once he cuts ties with the label, but. I mean, the label did make theirs too, exactly.
But the label suspended him.
Yeah.
They didn't drop him.
They suspended him.
Suspended him.
Right.
So, I don't, I look at it from all aspects. It looks like a marketing move to me.
No, I feel that. I feel that.
Camera. Come on. I can't get a Ring camera to pick up a dog and like the FedEx man. This Ring camera had a fucking $64,000 microphone on it, bro.
Somebody invested a lot into the audio behind that Ring camera.
Absolutely.
Hey, I see you vaping around all the time. Like, what do you vape on? Like when did you start on it? Why did you start on it? And what do you actually like? What's your flavor profile?
I don't even know what the flavor's called, but I think it's like strawberry milk or some shit with nicotine. I don't know.
Yes, man. That strawberry milk's the shit though. For
Yeah,
real.
but I mean, with cigarettes, bro, it's just there's even the studio. We don't smoke around the equipment. The vape is safe. So it's more of a habit thing for me. It's like you're hitting it, you're talking, like when you're in the middle of conversations or you're in the middle of thinking, that's when I hit it. Even with cigarettes, I'd light them and put them down. Just holding them was the thing for me. And I'm like, I can't smoke in the studio. Where's the vape at? And then literally the same day, I just switch over to the vape.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one of the things, like for me.
And I have 16 backup batteries.
Oh, really? God bless you. You obsessing. You got 8?
No, because I'll have a battery go dead on me.
Yeah.
Then I'll stop at the store and buy charged batteries, and I have 2 more. And then it'll happen again and buy 2 more.
Yeah. No, I feel that, especially like those batteries, like after you've worn them in a little bit, like they don't keep the charge that they're supposed to anyway. For sure. I've got, what kind of mod do you use? Because it looks kind of similar to my Aegis.
It's like a touch screen.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so that's one of the Geek Vape Aegis, the upgraded Aegis ones. Yeah, I have the one right before that, before the whole side became a touchscreen. It was just like the thumb touchscreen panel and stuff, and so that's the one that I still rock with.
Oh, that's nice. No, but I love it. I break one like once a month. They'll fall and it's over with.
They are a little bit touchy. Did you? Are you talking about the tanks though? Have you ever looked into the acrylic?
Will fall, and then all of a sudden this thing will say you can't read the atomizer or whatever it is.
Yeah.
There we go. And then of course the vape shop can't fix it. You gotta get a new one.
Vape shops are fucking useless, man. Google's way more useful for fixing that stuff.
True.
Let's see. People got some questions. Let's see. I'm gonna read this one before I actually highlight it. I don't know if you want to talk about this because it might be some old shit. I'll highlight it in case you're down with it. But it says, "Can you ask Brabo to tell us why him and Haystack was beefing back in the day? Was it ever resolved?"
It was resolved. We did like a whole little quick album together. That was 15 years ago. Button heads.
Button heads. How it happens with people.
Brings it back to life. It's resolved.
Yeah. So Simple asks, Brabo, do you play any instruments?
Absolutely not.
No?
No, absolutely not. I try to learn the guitar. I can't do Guitar Hero. I can't make a guitar do nothing. Like my fingers don't work. I feel like I got cerebral palsy when I'm doing it. That doesn't work out for me. Drums, I can hit a snare.
Yeah.
What other instruments are there? Banjo, the same thing. No instruments.
I feel that. Do you make beats or anything though?
I can.
Yeah.
But no, we got great producers.
Right on.
You're taking up their time if I tried.
Just be wasting time.
For sure.
Let's see here. Just followed you on Instagram. Eating salmon, right? Well, good for you, user data. Good for you. Talk nerd stuff. Does Brabo like Lord of the Rings?
No, I don't. I've never gave it a chance to watch it.
You've never watched Lord of the Rings?
I haven't watched Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings.
I give Lord of the Rings. I mean, Lord of the Rings. It's super dirty, but it's like like an epic tale or something. Like if you're down with 3-hour movies, I mean, personally, they help me sleep. So
I've watched Titanic.
Oh yeah.
It's 3 hours, 4 hours.
You a fan? You a fan of Titanic?
I love the movie. I wouldn't watch it again.
So I would say with the movie, one thing I always really loved about Titanic, it feels majestic. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that the score is done for the movie and everything, just the way everything falls together, like it is a true artistic work.
For sure. I agree.
Let's see. Tastes like fish. It is fish. What's Gator's favorite book? Are you a reader?
Absolutely not.
All right, you don't have.
I do audiobooks. I think the last one was the 48 Laws of Power.
Okay. So you like kind of like the structured books, like the kind of improvement books, like the like kind of. I'm trying to think. I don't know what they're called. They're not.
Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte, I wouldn't. What did you say that the last one you read was or listened to?
Laws of Power. 48
see,
lots of power.
yeah, I don't see how that ties in with Charlotte's Web. That sounds like
funny. It doesn't. But that was my buddy Justin sent it to me as an audio book. He's like, you got to listen to it. And we're on a road trip, and it was like, fuck it, let's listen to it. Did I make it all the way through it? Absolutely not.
Well, I get down with that stuff sometimes too, like improvement, like management and stuff like that. I don't know why, like just the stuff that kind of helps you build skills. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I've always been more of a visual learner, though.
Yeah.
You know, reading. If I read a book by page 2, I don't remember page 1.
Well, I'm a hands-on learner. Like, I'm very much like I need to do something with you to really figure it out. That's what I've told a lot of people, like, because people ask me a lot of times, they'll be like, okay, so how do you mix music? Like, how do you go in and actually mix? And I'm like, I do all that shit by feel. Like, what on the stems, like, which part manipulating this gets you here, and like these fills and all that. I'm like, so I'm the worst person to ever ask mixing advice from, because I can't talk to you and tell you how to mix music. I can show you like how I go through and what I look for. But I'm not that guy who's ever going to write a book on it, because somebody would read that shit and be like, nah, this is ridiculous. You can't do this.
I understand that.
Let's see. Bet on an artist can be risky. Okay, a lot of these questions are from way behind. Let me scroll on down and see if I can get caught up. Scheme about to pop in here and make fun of me. Let's see. That's why we have to support independent artists, independent labels. Absolutely, man. I always try to prioritize independent dudes. Let's see. Jekyll, did you see that? What? Y'all talking to each other now. All right. About to start vaping again, aren't you? No, maybe. I mean, I've been missing it. I kicked it a little bit ago, but every time I see it, like my favorite flavor was this butterscotch stuff. It was called Old Grumpy Old Bastard, and it was like they age it for 8 months before they even sell it, and so it's always in a limited batch, and you got to buy like 3 bottles at a time. I really like the strawberry milk though. A couple of brands it was really shitty, but I quit vaping because I had pneumonia there for a little while. And when I had pneumonia, I was like, I can't fucking breathe when I'm using this shit, so I had to put it down.
And they don't let you vape in the gym. I learned that the other day.
Yeah. A lot of places, for some reason, indoor, at least around here, will fight you if you're trying to use it inside. But I really don't understand that. How you holding up, Jack? Oh yeah, shout out to Jekyll. Jekyll, hopefully you still ain't in the hospital. I know you were talking earlier about doing pretty rough. What was your first favorite song, and is it still a favorite? I doubt it, but go.
First favorite song was probably "Unconditional Love" by Tupac.
Okay.
I would say it's still a favorite. It's timeless.
Yeah. Well, anything about Tupac's still gonna be up there. I mean, Tupac set the bar, you know.
My other 2 favorite songs, or 3 favorite songs, are "Country Girl" by Savannah Dexter, "Forgive Me" by Jay Howell, and
so just them newest releases right there. Just go look through those. Those are my favorite songs right now.
They're timeless because they haven't been a month yet.
Let's see, Bravo. I doubt it. Go ahead. I mean, y'all.
Anime? No, I don't.
Not even Dragon Ball Z.
No, none of it.
Oh man. Let's see. Any chance of any Mako artists coming to Louisiana to perform any shows?
For sure. We're working on Savannah going on tour now.
Yeah. And
then with after, yes, for sure. We'll setting everything up now.
So you guys are putting a bigger tour together?
Yeah.
Because one of the things I planned on asking was kind of how you guys are doing like post COVID now that everything's reopening. If you guys are getting back on tour schedules, you know, kind of looking at more than, because I know you guys have still kind of where you've been able to. You've still been doing like the kind of the smaller shows, you know, but those are isolated here and there. So putting
Mako really started taking off in like June, July of last year.
Yeah,
that was already into COVID.
Yeah. That's
so
true.
Mako as a whole hasn't really had a chance to understand the booking side yet. I mean, we got guys like Justin. That's what he does. He's just phenomenal at it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a learning curve. I don't know what to expect when we say, hey, we're booking shows. It might sell out in the first, you know, week. Might have 20, 30 different shows, and it might not. I have no idea.
about to learn that part of it. Well, it's kind of good though. Like that's what I was telling a lot of people. You know, I mean, COVID sucked. You know, the way everything got shut down, everything sucked. But you know, one good thing about it, it really gave people time to really flesh out and focus on like one side of things and really go sequential.
Absolutely.
And it was an awesome time to build something. You know what I mean? Like really to start and kind of have more time to focus on pieces.
For sure, I agree 100%.
I mean, it sucks to say it that way. Like when you say it out loud.
I was about to say COVID was a blessing, but I didn't mean it like that. You know, it's like there's a blessing to be made out of a hard time.
Yeah. Well, really and truly, there is. I mean, that was something I'd said a while back, and somebody was like, dude, that sounds so terrible. I'm like, but really, like, it lets you, like, it just kind of calmed everything down for a little while, you know? I mean, let's see. Get through and make sure, because I know there's probably some more questions in here, and then I'll get back to some of the stuff I wanted to ask. Let's see. Question: is your label just rap and hip hop?
No.
Yeah,
primarily, but no. The talent is talent. We're looking for talent.
He's got variety of talent too. That's one thing. That's one thing I'll say. I mean, when you look at the different artists, especially, I mean, and this was something, you know, we had talked about before. You know, especially when I look at somebody like FJ. Like FJ is not somebody that I would see. You know, I mean, I know that you're not putting yourself in a box, but I mean, you know, you're in that country rap box, you know, and so are most of the artists on Mako. But I'm like, you know, when I see FJ, I'm like, FJ don't really go in that box. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think country rap, the fan base is a wonderful fan base, but I think it's a foundation too. You're going to slowly expand out of it, you know. But you're still there, still part of you at your core. But then, you know, new audiences come along and stuff, and you start building.
It's just silly to shut yourself into one box, you know. Really, I mean, there's too much good music out there. I don't personally love country, but it's like when I hear a country song, I'm not like, well, fuck country. Like, I don't want to listen to this. It's like,
yeah,
is the song good or not?
I'm not a big rock fan.
Yeah,
but we incorporate a lot of rock in the music we do here. So it's like, you know, good music is good music.
Exactly. Let's see. Heather wants to know which of your songs best represents you as an artist and which as a person.
I'd say "Country Girl" by Savannah Dexter. "Forgive Me" by FJ Outlaw. And the new Deja Vu one coming out by Hard Target.
Go listen to that new shit. That's me as a person.
I would say for me, I did a song called "Keep Pushing." That's probably the best one.
Keep pushing. Mm-hmm. Just all around.
Yeah, it was just one day I just picked up the pen and wrote exactly what was on my mind. Now,
yeah,
no second guessing. It's just what it was. I'm not saying it's the best song. That's probably the, you know, best representation, most honest. You know, I didn't second guess myself.
Sure. So that's something I always try to ask people. What does your writing process look like when you're making music? I mean, do you normally do you not normally just pick up a pen? I mean, are there certain, like, how do you go about normally writing a song?
It depends. I mean, say if I'm in a studio, are you talking about for myself or for other artists? For myself, I gotta hear the music first. Mm-hmm. The music brings about a melody or a concept or an emotion for me, and I start writing on top of that. You know, for Sad, she plays the guitar. She'll pick a couple chords or have a melody in her head, then put the chords to it, and then come to the producer and say, "This is what I need." You know, FJ will either have a concept. FJ's more like me. He'll have a beat playing and, you know, an idea spark. Target the same way. Beat playing, idea sparks.
It's kind of awesome. I mean, out of those, the one that I think interests me the most is probably Sav's process. You know, play a little bit on the guitar, go to the producer, then bring me the instrumental, and like, so she's really originating the song and then building the song after.
Sav can play the guitar, she can play the piano, she can sing. Yeah. She's very, very talented.
Yeah, absolutely. But one thing I like to know, because I feel like there are two camps of people. There are the people who write no matter what, and it's almost like I write poetry, and then I'll wait for a beat that pulls this song out of it. You know what I mean? And then there are the people who want to hear the beat and then interpret the beat and then put their story on top of the beat. And so you're not keeping piles of journals just on standby and stuff.
Technology and the access we have to stuff changed. Yeah. Like, I used to be like that because back in the day, you don't have a beat. You can't go on a website or on YouTube, pull a beat up just to write to it. You had to write your ideas, your emotions that you're feeling in that moment. Like you're almost like you're writing a diary. You're just writing it down, and then you'll figure out what it goes to. But nowadays we have so much access to technology, emails, beats, beat packs, all that stuff. that you're going through, you know, this jars an emotion. Let's get to writing. I probably wrote over, bro, 1,500 songs in my life.
Yeah.
Then you get to the point where like, what have I not already talked about?
Yeah.
You know? And then you go sign artists. Let them talk about it.
Go sign an artist and let them talk about it, because that's one of the things that I used to see a lot with some people that I would work with is you know, you get to a point, do you want to be the person who says the same thing over and over? Because there's one thing to be saying like, yeah, this is my style, this is my brand, like I'm going to talk about these things, but when you keep saying the same thing over, like, do you just step out of music? You know, like maybe it's
you should, but that passion, music is a drug, bro.
It is.
It's hard to step from, and some people, and I think that's what you got to learn is if you love the art of it, find a different way to paint it. You know, I never want to be pushed out of music.
Absolutely, you want to leave on your own terms when you're ready to go, right?
For sure, if it even matters, yeah.
Let's see. Gabe says, how well does country rap do on the West Coast? Is mainly a southern and eastern travel schedule, or is demand all around?
I think it's more prominent in the South. But then you got Adam, he's in Chicago. He does great up there. On the West Coast, you got Moonshine Bandits. They do great. So I think it's everywhere. It's just same as country music. It's more prominent in the South, but it reaches everywhere. But timeless music is just timeless music. But the same thing we were talking about earlier. Sometimes you have to have a gimmicky song to bring the attention to the real songs.
Yeah.
The gimmicky songs of the West Coast ones to have more West Coast flavor that we don't really understand here or are able to perfect here. So it limits us to the South a lot of times.
Yeah. Well, I think too, in a lot of country rap, you know, when I'm listening to country rap, a lot of country rap artists, I'm hearing things that remind me, you know, I'm from Southeast Kentucky. I'm from one of the poorest places in America, you know, and I think about, you know, hearing things in rap, which is a style of music I've been listening to since I was like 9 years old. You know, I started listening to rap forever ago, but it's like just in the past couple of years, I've found artists that are talking about how I grew up, you know?
Right.
And that's a different thing for me. And I think that's why you see a lot more of a push in like Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, you know, all those areas where, you know, we all been listening to rap for a while, but rappers ain't been talking about what we know. They've been talking about being angry and guns and all this stuff for a long time. Like when we talk about guns, we're going out hunting. Like it's just different.
No, you love the art of it, but you couldn't relate to it. And now it's music that, you know, it's relatable.
Yeah, 100%. Here's a question: do you fish? Do you fish or hunt?
Fish a lot.
Oh yeah,
a lot of salt.
Have you ever been deep sea fishing or whatever? Like where you go out on the boat and you actually like going for the big shit?
Yeah, bro, we had 2 boats. Like I just sold my boat, and literally we're talking about getting another one yesterday. But yeah, we take that bitch 40, 50 miles offshore.
That's awesome. I know. So I lived in Hawaii. I don't think it's really big out there. If it was never something that like I was drawn to out there. But I know that in Florida, like it's a pretty big thing. Yeah. Have you ever caught like a big ass tuna or anything? Like have you ever got anything huge?
I caught a few. I caught yellowtails.
Okay.
And probably 80, 90 pounds. A lot of shark fishing.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of inshore fishing too. Red, snook, carp. I mean, there's a lot of big fish out in those waters.
Yeah.
Hawaii, I got like tiger shark capital.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I remember there was this one beach every couple of weekends, like there would be a warning, you know, don't get in the water offshore because there's a shark definitely there. And it's like, okay, well, this is where all the tourists are at. Like we live here. We know where to listen for this shit. You think everybody's going to hear this? And then you go down to the beach, you see people like all out through there. It's like between sharks being out there and jellyfish being out there, it's like, y'all getting fucked up. Like y'all getting bit by stuff, you know?
A lot of water out there, bro, and a lot of things in it.
Yeah, hell yeah, there is.
No, but I love it.
I like fishing. I've been fishing a long time, but like I said, I mean, my fishing, the deep sea fishing always really intrigued me, I guess, because like I said, I mean, being from Kentucky, that's just not an option here, you know.
The biggest thing between I'm from Tennessee, so we go fishing, we catch a bass.
Yeah.
That big, we got a hog.
Yeah, exactly.
Now saltwater, that's bait.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a different type of fishing.
Well, that's our thing. It's like you said, like a bass that big, or like a big ass catfish or something like that. That's a prime haul that we're going for, you know. And we're catching bluegills and throwing them out until then. But then, like out there when you get in the deep sea, it's like I would love to catch a shark just because I love eating shark. Like it's so delicious, man. Let's see. Does Brabo ever feel unhappy with a final project, even if people say they love it, and how to handle it? If so, often feel this way with my own work.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, FJ was in there recording the other night, and he had a song where it switched tempo. And we were going, you've confused the fuck out of me on this song. Mm-hmm. Everybody else liked it. I mean, it's his choice ultimately, but, you know, the artists are allowed to create whatever they want to create. It's their vision. But, yes, I second guess almost everything that comes out. You have to. You have to be the biggest critic, you know, of your own stuff, and then try to make it the best it can possibly be, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta. You definitely. I think that's the thing, and I think that's where it always comes down to is getting those other opinions. But I can tell you no project that I've ever been involved with personally, and you know I'm not hitting the audience that you are, but no project I've ever been involved with have I ever honestly been 100% happy with it when it goes out.
Yeah.
But I think that goes back to, especially on the production side, on the mixing side and stuff, there's always some flaw that you're going to pick out because it's like
that nobody else will ever catch.
Exactly. And you're always going to come back and be like, why can't I get this shit out? And you're going to play. And I always play it for like 2 or 3 other people first. And I'm like, what do you think? And they're all like, oh, it's good. And I'm like, you're fucking lying to me because I can hear this piece right here 2.5 minutes in. Why are you not pointing this out to me? And they're like, I just don't notice that at all.
Even when it comes to equipment and microphones and stuff, like, you know, when I first started out, you get a $400 mic and you're rolling and you're shitting it out. That's good to go. Now, when we got $14,000 mics, the difference between the audio between that mic and the $400 mic is like the 2%. The audience will never catch it.
Exactly.
We can't record without it now.
Because now you go back and listen to it, and you're like, "Oh, this shit's too grainy over here. Like we can't roll with it."
No, even when it comes to mixing, you've done it before. You've sat on a song that's the rough mix, and the rough mix you become. Have you mixed for other people? Like where you set stuff out on? I'm sure you've ran into it. They'll say the rough mix. Oh, it doesn't sound like the original did. You know, it's like because they become so accustomed to that the one that doesn't sound good. Then now the one that sounds good sounds horrible to them.
Yeah. So, absolutely.
I'm very guilty of that. I do that myself.
Yeah. Well, and I've heard that a ton. Or they're like, well, you sent me this preview like a week ago. I want it to sound a little bit more like that. And it's like, but you don't when you play it on this kind of speaker or when you play it in these headphones or like, you know, because I've tweaked some things after I put it in my car and listened to it. Like, you know, we're going around. You want a phase of it that you don't know how it sounds everywhere.
Like bring that sound back. That was you kicking the mic stand, Bubba. I thought it was a snare.
Or the ones that it's like between every line, and they're like, no, I want that raw sound back, and you're like, no, that sounds like shit. You don't want that back. Like we're getting rid of that.
Too clean. We're mixing.
Exactly. Let's see. No questions here because I don't rock rap. But I am enjoying the interview. I'm humbled how 2 men can fight. Hey, appreciate that.
Thank you.
Tater
monkey. Okay.
Let's see. Has Brabo poked at doing a USO tour? Would that be something that you'd be interested in?
A what?
The USO tour, like where you go over for the troops that are stationed overseas and stuff, and kind of get on stage.
I wouldn't be against it at all.
Yeah. You should definitely look into it.
A tour. I thought we were going to London. I'm like, no, for sure, bro.
Yeah, USO tours are definitely dope. I know those dudes overseas definitely enjoy seeing, you know, some different artists, like some changes of pace come over and stuff, and especially rap and
USO tours. Who'd you get? What artist?
I didn't get the person.
Yeah. Yeah, all for it, bro.
Yeah, I know those dudes over there. I mean, most of them are into, you know, the country scene and the rap scene. Like it gets big in the military and stuff. So country rap scene would definitely be dope. But I don't know what the payout or anything like that looks like or anything though. So,
hey, it would be something we just did, man. Really.
Yeah. Let's see. As always, if ever in Maui, please hit me up. My casa and bong is always found.
But where's Gator at? Oh, he's with Tater Monkey hitting his bong.
Hitting his bong in Maui right now. You know, he stumbled out to the beach for a minute. I told her I was just gonna get a tent on the beach next to her house and just just hang out there for a little while for a few days, just off the grid.
So.
Let's see. Make sure, because I know I'm behind on the chat. I'm trying to find all your guys' questions. And then kind of drive it home because we're running near the end. Bravo fishes. That's the best thing about him I've heard. I'm not a huge fan.
Love fishing, bro. Like love.
Yep.
If my phone wasn't recording this right now, I'd literally show you pictures of giants.
Let's see. Do you watch Vtubers? I only recently, even personally, learned what Vtubers were. Do you know what they are?
Absolutely not.
I'm still not. Well, I'm still not entirely sure what they are. I think it's like purely just like I'm not even gonna try to explain it because I really honestly like people have mentioned it. I think it's vloggers. Like I really don't know. I know it's got something to do with how the video comes in though. Like
you know what it is? A VTuber?
No idea.
Nope.
He doesn't know what it is either. Hey, let me Google it real quick. I'm sure I can find an answer. Let me see.
Is it a
VTuber.
fish?
A virtual YouTuber or VTuber is an online entertainer who uses a virtual avatar. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I did know what it is. So it's like, basically you do like the YouTube thing, but it was like if instead of me and you talking as me and you, like if I had, let's say like that picture behind you was me and it was talking to you, and then this was you, then we would be interacting like that,
Right, nah. I'd rather see a perfect face.
Let's see. Yeah, I'd rather just use my real face personally, but I mean to each his own. Let's see. All right, I think I'm caught up right there. Neff is a VTuber. I knew that, but I was trying to remember exactly what sets it apart separately because with all of Neff's music, what confuses me about Neff is Neff uses his real face in all of his music. He just does the VTuber stuff with the other stuff. So do you have anybody that you're looking at? I know we talked about Mako's current roster a minute ago, but like, do you have anybody that you got your eye on right now? You probably don't want to talk about them if you do. So I mean, I'm not asking. I'm not asking for the secrets. I'm just saying like it is.
No, we got our eyes on a couple people, couple established people, couple up and comers. Always open to more.
Yeah. Always looking for talent, looking for diversity and stuff.
For sure.
I mean, I would definitely expect that to be the answer. Do you have any dream collabs you're looking at right now? Because I mean, I did think you and Justin Tom coming together on that collab was pretty dope. Is there anybody in the current scene that you haven't had a chance to work with that you would want to work with?
I'm sure. I'm gonna say no, but I'm sure there is. It's not gonna be fine. There's a lot of talented artists, man. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Like Sab just did one with Ritz and Mercules.
Yeah.
That was gonna happen. That was never on my radar, but of course I'd love to work both of them. So.
And that's kind of crazy. I don't know. I mean, again, talking about diversity. I mean, Ritz is still with Strange Music, I think, ain't he?
No, I think he's independent now.
Okay. Well, I mean, even still, I mean, Ritz was with Strange Music. I mean, coming from that kind of background, and then Mercules just crazy as hell. I mean, did you know that the dude's had a machete to his face? Like, for real? Like he got smacked in the face with a machete?
Bro, even worse than that, he's Canadian.
That is even worse. You ain't wrong. Oh man, but yeah, like that is an awesome kind of picture of diversity right there, though. Those three coming together.
They're both very talented, man.
Yeah, 100%.
And then Mercules is on FJ's new album.
Oh, is he? When's FJ got a new album coming out?
It drops the 15th. It drops here in a couple of days.
Here in a couple of days? Y'all got a party set up for it?
We're going to. Going to?
It's
so hectic over here, man.
Yeah. Well, y'all got a lot of things happening, and too, like, Florida's popping right now. I've been seeing, like, Florida, all them shows been popping back up in Florida.
Yeah. Florida never really shut down.
That's true. That's true, because everybody from Kentucky was coming down there to go to the beach during the height of everything. We kept, man, it was crazy, because every day our governor was giving this speech, And so every day it was like, please stop going to Florida and going to the beaches. You are bringing infection back to Kentucky. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear that.
We were on like family vacations when they first announced the lockdown. We're like, fuck. That was fucking weird, man.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm making sure some of these questions just aren't relevant to this, so I'm kind of skipping over these. Let's see. I know I've spoken about books a bit, but that is because I'm an author and am avid. Let's see. If you were to write a book, what would it be about?
Music. Or fishing.
We've really breached the surface here, guys.
I don't know, man. If I wrote a book,
oh,
I don't know. The music business, honestly.
Would you ever write an autobiography or something for real though?
Sure.
Yeah. Like is that something like you seriously think about though? Like do you?
I've thought about it, but then I'm like, if I put the same words over top of instrumentals, it become songs.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I've thought about it before. Honestly, more. I've thought about doing a DVD on it. Like, no, I say DVD, but like a video on it.
Well, I think it'd be interesting to see like you doing something like a book or something about just the music industry. I know you said that a second ago, but you know, I mean, really taking it something into like kind of the inner workings, how most label deals work, how your label deals work, like how you wanted to kind of turn and transform all that stuff, because it's stuff that a lot of people don't know, and it's like a lot of people want to bang their head against the wall, you know, working trying to get noticed by somebody huge, you know. When really you are better off, you get more fan interaction with a label like Mako than you would with like Sony. You know what I'm saying? Right. You get more fan interaction, you keep more profits, you keep more rights to later on in your career. You are in a more beneficial position.
Yeah.
I think it'd be neat to have something like that available to people, you know?
Yeah, we've had major label offers, man.
Oh yeah.
For high amounts of money. It sounds like a great situation, but it's not.
Yeah. Do you guys do your own distribution, or do you outsource distribution?
We outsource distribution.
Okay. Let's see. Where does the name come from? Brabo Gator.
Bro, I'd rather talk about a shark's dick. I've just so many times, just fucking shoot me, man.
Does a shark have a dick? I'm sure that they have something. Like
they
I really
have something.
They gotta have something because they reproduce, but like I honestly don't know the answer to that. No, because I've looked it up before actually. Because I don't know about sharks, but like I know how it works for fish. Like they literally like all the water and everything around them is just semen for a minute because they're just sorting it out on the eggs and something while they pass by. Let's see. Does he know the Lacoste? I don't know if I'm even saying that right. Lacoste logo is a crocodile, not an alligator.
I'm okay with that. Looks like a fucking alligator to me. If it walked up on me, I think the same thing. That's a fucking gator. I wouldn't, try to distinguish if it had a lower face or a longer body or an upper torso or a shark dick on it. In Florida, this is an alligator.
I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what the difference between an alligator and a crocodile is.
Crocodiles eat a lot bigger. They have more of a narrow,
face,
I guess. Yeah. I'm not an expert though.
Right on. Let's see. I think really the last thing that I would kind of ask is who were your influences coming up? Who kind of influences your music now? How have those changed over time? I mean, really what and I mean the real ones that I wonder about, like obviously, if you're in rap game, everybody's gonna say, okay, well Tupac inspires me, and like that's cool, but like what's some weird influences, like
weird.
Well, I mean just maybe
really have a lot of musical influences, man. I've had personal influences.
Yeah.
I think that correlated over to music, but do I like Tupac music? Yeah. Do I like fucking, bro, I don't know. I mean, there's 1,000 people that, I've always liked live instrumentation.
Yeah.
Right? I've always liked singing. I love Adele. I love a Tupac. I love
Same.
fucking Plies from back in the day. I like a couple songs there. I like some of Biggie's stuff. I like some of Jadakiss's stuff. I like some of, I can say Jelly stuff. I can say I like FJ stuff. Forgive Me. Or Savannah Dexter's Country Girl. No, but a lot of info.
Somebody's probably never mind. I can say it.
Somebody's gonna look it up and be like, "You're influenced by Country Girl?" Well, I don't understand.
I'm influenced.
Cornbread.
I'm influenced by this. I'm thick as cornbread. I get that from my mama, baby. Yeah.
Lord.
Oh man.
That video was directed by Ghost or directed by Bunny, who was Jelly's wife.
Yeah.
We all went there and shot it together. It was fun.
Effort the promoter. Yeah. Ask him his 3 favorite songs of all time. I think I have a good idea what they are.
I'm gonna go FJ Outlaw, Forgive Me, Savannah Dexter's Country Girl, and then the upcoming Hard Target song, Deja Vu.
Is Deja? I don't know. I'm thinking Nothing Like Me. Nothing Like Me was Hard Target's last song, wasn't it?
Yeah. Deja Vu is not out yet.
Okay. I think you've said it so many times at this point during this interview that it just sounds familiar to me. Now it's stuck in my head, so I'll definitely.
Target's got another one coming out with Sav on it. It's called Means to an End right now, but I don't know if that's gonna be the final name of it. So people are like, that never came out, but that's super dope, man. Really good.
Right on. Let's see. Is it a goal of his to have a Mako artist perform at the Ryman? The Ryman?
It's an auditorium in Nashville. Jelly just sold it out. I wouldn't say it's a goal of mine. I mean, we'd be honored to do it. I wouldn't say it's a goal.
Okay. So you'd like to get there, yeah. It surprises me.
I like to perform in the middle of a Titans game.
Oh my God! You know I'm a Colts fan, right?
I gotta hang this thing up with them.
Oh, I didn't even see that coming up until you said Titans right there, and then I was just like, oh man. Now we got real beef. Like,
we don't have real beef because y'all got Carson Wentz.
Bro, no, we ain't talking about that right now.
Did you hear about Julio Jones?
Well, we signed him too. I stopped paying attention after we signed Carson Wentz. Oh. Well, y'all might have a chance of coming in third in the division this year then.
Absolutely, don't even do that. The Jags and Texans are out of it. That's
I don't know. I mean, if hell yeah, at least neither of us are Texans fans. I will never be a Texans fan, man. Fuck the Texans. But no,
Converse logo or a Cowboys logo?
It's the Republic of Texas, but he's a Cowboys fan. He's a Cowboys fan for sure.
That sucks too.
But no, I just hope we get old Carson Wentz. Like I hope we don't get like current Carson Wentz.
Current Carson Wentz, and I hope he breaks his leg. Then I hope you guys all forfeit the season.
Well, you know, Julio's about to have to go to the old folks' home, so that might happen halfway through this year. Like he's
about to go to the Super Bowl.
Come on now.
What is
you think so?
Huh? Yes, I do think so. Absolutely, 100%.
You think the Titans are going to the Super Bowl this year?
They're going to have the most high-powered offense. You got Derrick Henry. If you try to stop the run,
Derrick Henry is
A. Brown, and you got Julio Jones on that side now. Now our defense, I might as well be out there playing for him.
Yeah.
You know,
Derrick Henry is a freak. I'll say that. Like all Titans hate aside, like I can't. That dude is a monster.
What it reminds me of, like when the Colts had Edgerrin James, Reggie Wayne, Dallas Clark, Marvin Harrison.
Yeah,
that offense is ridiculous.
That stacked 2004, 5, 6.
Yeah, and y'all had
that whole period through there. Yeah,
y'all were unstoppable.
Absolutely, freak stuff, man. Wait, what's wrong with Texas? Everything. Any chance of Sav and Caitlin Curtis working together? That's a good question.
Yeah, for sure. And then we just did the show with Jelly and Struggle, and everybody was there. Yeah.
Right on. Let's see. All right. So I know we're at the 1 hour mark when we had talked earlier. I said, you know, they usually go 1 hour. So, I mean, I don't know. Like with all this stuff, I kind of debated. I tried to kind of stick to the comments for some questions and stuff a little bit more than usual because I would let people jump in just because I don't want anybody jumping in just to start shit or anything like that. And so, I mean, I don't know how you feel. You might have to run anyway, but I don't know how you feel about like letting people jump in and ask some things.
No, we get a few minutes and let people jump on. Everybody gets it.
All right, cool. I'll throw the link up then. I mean, just jump in though, guys. And if there's nobody waiting behind you, like it's cool. Definitely. God bless the chat. Definitely hang around and say what you got to say. But if there's anybody waiting behind you, just dip out so that we can get somebody else in. But the link is pinned in the chat. If you guys got anything to jump in that you want to say, talk about, ask anything like that. Bro, I think I pinned it. I tried to pin it. I definitely clicked pin on it. Let's see. Apparently there is... He said it so many times, it's like deja vu. Yeah, exactly. Deja vu. Somebody said there was a strip club.
Target song. It's coming out very soon. Outlaws forgive me. It's a very interesting.
Okay, it is pinned. Good. Appreciate it. My chat is freaking out and spinning around, going everywhere on me. So, if you guys want to jump in for a second, ask any questions.
FJ does have a new video coming out.
Damn, come on now. Oh man,
that is incorrect. That was a good one, Triple T. That was really good.
Oh, let's see. Triple T is in here. What up, brother?
What's going on? Hey, Bravo.
What's up, Bo?
Hey, when y'all planning on coming to Louisiana for real?
I'm down whenever.
No, I mean for shows.
We gotta get the tour, but the Sav
Huh?
might be coming. We're talking to him now about Sav jumping on the Jelly tour. I think that comes through there.
All right, so I have a question for you.
Huh?
Fort Polk, Louisiana does a thing called Freedom Fest every 4th of July. And I know they're looking for artists to perform that show. If I can talk to somebody who does that, would you all be interested in it?
For sure.
Okay. I will definitely talk to him then on Monday.
Yeah, for sure. I love Louisiana.
And just to let you know, the Colts and the Titans to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, here goes the Steelers plug.
Hey, Tyler's got a better chance of making $100K from you than before they win the Super Bowl. Let me tell you that.
Are you a Steelers fan?
He is. Yeah, he is.
Your quarterback is older than you.
What do you say?
Ben Roethlisberger.
What do you say?
4. He was there when the Red Sea was partying, Bubba. The Steelers ain't it.
What do you say, Tyler?
He said your quarterback is older than you. That Ben Roethlisberger was there when the Red Sea was being parted.
Y'all breaking up.
Like Ben Roethlisberger doesn't get the plays in his headphone. They hold up stone tablets. His audibles come from doves. Yeah, you better sit there quiet.
Tipped out. What up, Simple?
What up, man? Brabo, when we going fishing? I know you like bass fishing and shit, bro. Let's do it.
Bass fishing. We can catch the bass and then take them out to saltwater and see if they survive in front of a shark.
All right, I'm down for that too. You know what I mean? There's some big ass bass down there. So,
Where do you live?
I'm up in New Hampshire.
What do y'all have up there? Elk and crab?
Yeah, not so much elk. Mostly.
What y'all's fishing look like? What do y'all have up there?
I mean, we got bass, trout. In the mountains, we have golden trout. Some fucking special form of trout. I don't know. Nothing very big. I don't really do
retrievers.
What's that?
In Kentucky, they got golden retrievers.
We don't have a ton of fishing. Like there's like 2 lakes where there's some good fishing in Kentucky. Everything else, you got to take a little drive to get any good fishing for anything else.
All right, go down.
We've got good catfishing though, like near where I live. Like catfish are really good.
I mean, yeah, we got good catfish up here in the lakes and stuff like that. You can catch a bunch of really tiny ones.
Dude, Kentucky has one of the best catfishing things in the world. It's called Tinder.
Man, what you doing making music? You got jokes, man. Come on.
Yeah, right?
All right. You got anything else?
Right.
You got a couple of people behind you, Simple.
No, I'm out. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I appreciate you, man.
Take care, buddy.
Pete bringing that British bullshit in here. He's going to ask us something about fake football because he don't know what soccer is. What up, Pete?
That's the one thing I was going to say is that all your football is fake.
Where's the fucking Vtuber for all I know?
But I actually want to expand on something from my previous question with Gator, where I mentioned sort of being not happy with a project.
Huh?
Mr. McGregor, I'm a big fan of yours.
What'd you say?
Mr. McGregor.
Sorry. I said because one of the major issues I have is like I'm about to send like a piece of my work like off the Kindle and stuff like that, and it's like I know it's good, but it's a case of how to deal with that sort of insecurity.
Insecurity.
It's a case of I'm not happy. It needs to go out, but it's like there's still that like nagging feeling that it's like I'm not happy with this at all. And it needs, but it's a case. Sorry.
I think he's asking like to his last question about like when you have those insecurities with your work and stuff, because he publishes books to the Kindle and stuff. He's asking kind of how you deal with that and push yourself to still kind of push it out.
Your biggest enemy is you when it comes to creativity. You know, don't second guess yourself. If you wrote it, there's a reason you wrote it. And even if what you put out reaches one person, that's one person that wouldn't have reached if you didn't put it out. Everything can be a home run, but it could be a single, you know. So put it out there. Don't second guess it. It does nothing sitting with nobody to read it but yourself.
It's true.
Pete news. Who can translate Pete? I saw Charlie Gist up in here behind you a minute ago, but then he popped back out. Charlie, if you were wanting to pop in and ask a question, come on, man. But not.
Anyway, thank you, Gator, for your advice. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Have a good day or evening or whatever it is in your time zone.
You too, buddy.
I really thought Pete was going to get on us because he's been upset at me for a few days over making fun of soccer.
Oh, well, I still am upset with you. Although, Tyler, I have to warn you. Tomorrow, no, honestly, tomorrow your Discord won't be civil.
I'm a huge soccer fan.
Oh, yeah?
Said nobody ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, fuck off. But it is. But tomorrow, Croatia versus England being hell, it's gonna get messy.
Yes, the UFC is on tonight.
I tell you, if you want UFC, you should. If you want UFC, go to a Millwall football game.
Okay.
There's like UFC every day.
In soccer?
Yeah, I tell you, we have the worst fans in sport. I would literally say, football fans are the worst fans in sport. The hooliganism is.
I'm a big Anaheim fan.
All right, Pete. We appreciate you. Got a couple more of these, and then.
Love you, Gator. Love you, Gator. Take care, bro.
Take care, buddy.
Thank you. Let's see. There was a question for you from the chat. Let's see. Port Aransas, Texas, is known for tarpon fishing. Brabo ever go?
Tarpon. I've never been there, but I've been tarpon fishing. Yes.
I don't know what are tarpons turtles.
Yes.
Oh, y'all spell that wrong. Y'all spell that way wrong,
Tarpons
man.
they're a different kind of turtle. They actually, you know how a snapping turtle has a snapper?
Yeah.
A tarpon turtle has a snapper on its tail as well. It's like imagine two snappers. So what it does, if it latches onto you on the front side of it, it's almost like a stingray. Like, whip its tail up and hit you on there. So people, the catch is they stick their hands in these holes and pull them out. But you got to grab them exactly on both fins, because if you don't, it'll come up and snap you like that. It's tarpon.
Yeah. So we grew up, fishing for snapping turtles, but I've never been after that. I mean, I always heard
tarpon's a big silverfish.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Well, the only reason it made sense is because I always heard people say like terrapin or tarpon for like a turtle or something. So I just assumed when you said that. I mean, I can go with it. Stranger things exist in the world.
A tarpon's a game fish. It's a big sports fish.
Yeah.
They get massive. They get 6 foot, 300 pounds, bro.
Okay.
But you can't eat them, and you can't pull them out of the water, especially in Florida for sure. But they fight. You should look up videos of tarpon fishing. It's really cool.
So it's literally just a game fish. Then there's no other benefit than just saying you got a big one. Okay.
No, unless they hit you with his tail.
I ain't buying it that time. See, you already burnt that one. He's speaking the T language. Oh, you talking about Pete? Yeah, he was speaking the T language. Does Gator sum the herb? I'm guessing that means does Gator smoke the herb?
No, absolutely not.
You don't really drink either, do you?
No, I think I've been drunk like twice my whole life.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, one drink is the equivalent of me having 10 drinks. Like, if I smell it, I'm lit.
Yeah. Let's see here. I think that's all the questions. I know. Take Tyler snipe hunt. Listen, I'm from fucking Kentucky. Just because I don't know what a terrapin is, I know what snipe hunting is. I ain't stupid.
Snipe, or imagine an alligator and a flying squirrel, right?
Yeah.
No. You've been snipe hunting.
Yeah. No, snipe hunting. Snipes are not real. This is the joke. I mean,
yeah,
you go
they
out.
are. Google them.
No. That's when you going out and you leaving somebody alone out there. It's just like squatch hunting. You ever been squatch hunting?
No.
No.
Like Bigfoot?
No, squatch hunting.
That's
that's what it is. That's the joke. I mean, that's how you get somebody out there. Then you take them and then you run off and leave them.
That's a relationship.
It's that too. Burden been wearing the fish out lately? Okay. He's from Nashville. Don't you pay attention, hell? Come on now.
He's from Florida. He's from Tampa.
Who? You?
No, Burden.
Oh, yeah. I jumped off to the next one. So Burden been wearing the fish out apparently lately in Tampa.
Yeah.
Y'all ever go fishing together?
No. I'm sure we will, though.
Let's see. Where does Brabo hail from? He looks Mediterranean. He hails from Nashville. But if we're talking like some ancestry stuff, I don't know the answer to that. Persian? Okay. What is your favorite number, Brabo?
7. 37.
37?
7 or 37.
Okay.
On roulette, it's 7, 11, 17, 20, 30, or 32.
All right. Let's see. When Brabo's in Florida, does he ever go hog hunting? You know, y'all can jump in and ask these. Like, y'all ain't running out of questions. Like, the link is up there. You can pop in and ask the question. Oh God, Pete, you about to wear out your welcome.
Well, no, don't come on. Well, I was just going to ask. I was going to ask. I don't know if you're familiar with UK rap artists.
The Parliament.
Rap artists.
The Parliament has a black artist.
What?
I can't understand what he's saying.
I don't know either. I thought he said like Black Arctics or something. I'm like,
No, it was just my accent.
You're relaxing?
Okay, let me try and enunciate better. I don't know if you are familiar with UK rap artists.
Rap artists.
If so,
UK rap
yes.
artists. Okay.
If so, who is your favourite and who would you like to support most?
I don't know any UK rap artists, but I know they have a movement over there that's pretty strong. If I had to support one of them, I'd say, who's from over there?
You got like Stormzy.
Let's do that one.
You don't. I say you do. I say you don't. I say the grime movement's getting quite big these days.
Yeah, I've had caviar a few times. I can't hear him anymore. Are you there?
Pete?
Sorry, I think my internet connection went a bit dodgy.
You tinted your what did you say?
He said his internet connection went pretty dodgy.
That's a third world country, but it's okay.
Translate Pete is a family game.
Okay, I'm from London. Very fucking southern softness.
You were choking on something?
He's from like West Englandshire or something like that. It was some crazy name.
Hey, Pete, what time is it over there?
Hey, Wolverhampton. Anyway.
What time is it? What time is it where you're at, Pete?
It's 25 4. So
25 4.
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning. 3 in the morning?
Pretty much half 3 in the morning.
I'm almost positive you said 3 in the morning, but
I think it's 25 to 4, so it's 35 in the morning.
25. So 0335.
Okay, 0335. See, 335. Okay, I heard 25 the first time. I ain't gonna lie. But alrighty, well, appreciate you, Pete. I just spit all over myself. Let's see.
Anyway, take care, guys. Love you all.
Yeah, LC4, you probably got like, if you've got a question since you just got here, you can be our last one. But we probably got to wrap up in a minute, man. So jump now or forever hold your peace. Letting y'all ask some questions if you got any for a minute. So you're in the UK. Holly ain't in the UK. What up, Holly? Also, the chat's kind of slowed down a little bit now.
Holly.
So, huh?
Holly.
Holly.
Oh, stop, you asshole. He's great.
Let's see. Shout out Brabo from Josh Burnell. All right.
What up, buddy?
Well, I'm not seeing any other questions firing in, man. I know I've kept you about 20 minutes longer than I told you I would, but I appreciate. I'll say this. I mean, just to kind of wrap things up, and then I'll let you plug. You know, because I know you got some things you're trying to plug right now. But I do, from the bottom of my heart, really appreciate like that we could have a conversation, that you came on, that we got to have this interview, man. And like I said earlier, I mean, I do apologize for anything along the way that you know, kind of hindered this, because I mean, you do seem like a really good guy. I appreciate having the chance to sit down and talk to you and everything.
Same with you, Logan. Same with you.
Yeah.
Same with you. I'm glad we got to get on here and do it. We had fun. Next time we'll set an actual date and promote it and get it going better. But we'll definitely do it again.
Yeah, 100%, man. But I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who showed up for it. And like I said, man, anything you got to plug, floor is yours, man.
FJ Outlaw has a new video coming out called In the Streets with Dusty Lee this week. FJ's album drops this week. Target's got the Deja Vu video coming out soon, like in the next 2 weeks. Sav's got House of Mirrors coming out, which is a complete curveball from what you think it's going to be. Super cool record. Truly all I got.
All right.
Subscribe to this man.
Also, if you guys are hanging out here, if this is the first time that y'all have seen Brabo over on my side, hit link to his channel is down in the description. Make sure that you guys go over there, subscribe over there. You'll probably, I mean, he plugging everything else, but don't sleep on Brabo too. He's got some pretty good music too if you're digging through it. So, but that's all we got. Appreciate all y'all. This feels like deja vu, really.
Speaking of deja vu, Hard Target's got a song coming out that ironically it's called Deja Vu. It's coming out.
But I appreciate all y'all that showed up. Appreciate you, Brabo. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna throw this video thing on, and then I think we done. But thank y'all.
Thank you, buddy.
Till next time.